So let's continue on.
Ever costs hundreds of millions of dollars. So if you do have to wait a little, which I'm not denying is frustrating, and it's frustrating for me and it's frustrating for our team, but I hopefully think that you can realize it's a relatively small price to pay for the fact that you will eventually be able to see this free. Now, number two, we are working right now for season 4 to get to you in the short term and for this to all be sustainable in the long term.
I wonder if we can pay for somebody's ticket as well. Like that would, because I saw a comment that said, I want to see this, but I can't afford to watch it. And I was like, man, I wonder if I could buy that guy a ticket. Like I was thinking about that right now. I wasn't thinking about it at the time, but I thought about, like, I bet somebody saw that comment too. They might be like balling and be like, oh, ticket? Nothing. I know that some people are on a budget. I wonder if we could buy somebody a ticket.
Come and See, the nonprofit that is helping finance production and translations, is going to be bringing it to churches in the next week or so. So along the bottom of the screen, you can see it's comeandsee.net/church, comeandsee.net/church. This is going to actually start March 13th. So you can check out that website for all the details and for maybe even an opportunity for you to bring it to your church. But side note, one thing I want to mention, that Come and See is also doing the same thing in prisons. So in prisons all over the country, they're going to get a chance to see this earlier. So sometime, and I believe it's March 13th, but sometime during this month, there are going to be opportunities to be able to see The Chosen in churches. So that's one way that we are trying to get it out to you in any way that we can as soon as possible. Another thing is we are extending some of our theatrical opportunities, so keep checking your local listings and another website. I hope you're taking notes on some of this stuff, but along the bottom of the screen, thechosenriseup.com, that has details, so you can keep checking that, keep checking your local listings. We are working with the theaters to keep extending this opportunity to see season 4. And we will be bringing it to theaters sometime in the near future, hopefully before the end of the month. Again, we're working all this out right now, but we're bringing it to you at a discount. So I know some of you are like, well, great, you're going to extend in theaters. That doesn't help me much because I can't afford to. We're trying to get this to you as soon as we can. We're trying to get it to you.
I want to speak on that. There are people right now who are watching this that genuinely can't afford it. And I get you. I totally understand that. If you've never been in that scenario, fine, this is not for you, but I totally get, like, you really can't. There's some people that really just don't want to give up. Like, if you could eat lunch out 3 times a week, you could go see this. Because McDonald's, Mickey D's, which I wouldn't eat there, go somewhere else first, but sorry, McDonald's. I guess I'm not going to get the plug now, but it's like $15 for a meal. Disgusting. But me, I'll go get, like, they have this chicken salad at this burger stand where they do the grilled chicken with the avocado and they dice up the pepperoncinis for me. I pay $11. If I did that twice, I mean, this was released in February, so if you did that twice since February, you ate out. You know what I'm talking about. You went and got that Starbucks. That's not even fasting. That's just asking you not to eat crap and make yourself a sandwich for the day and go watch The Chosen. And why am I saying that? I know in church sometimes people cringe when people start talking like that, but a lot of times there's a lot of truth to that. And the reason why there's a lot of truth to it is because it's just your perception. And it's really that you've already picked what's more important to you. But if you're watching this and you're like, you know what? He's right. Usually 2 things will happen after that. The person will be like, he's right, and nothing, to be back to the same old same. And hey, we can't really do anything about that. But for the person that's like, you know what? You're right. I could spend $15 and go watch this movie. Which is, how much is this movie? I think you could see what I'm seeing right now. So let's look. Oh, wow. It looks like they've updated some stuff here. Got the live streams. Let's look here. Finding my showtime. U.S. tickets. Okay. So let's say I want to see this Saturday. Let's go to the evening. $12.50. $12.50. Get you a good seat too. This looked like one of those places that, yeah, this is that good seat right there. So you could go watch it for $12.50. Don't make me break that down over a month. If you eat out and you spend, go in there and drink some water before you go in. And you can't afford to buy no popcorn. $12.50 divided by 4 is $3.12. So if you buy lunch, even on a budget like me, when you're buying a banana, yogurt, this and that, it's $3, and I buy water all the time. Look, you can go. So let's start supporting. Let's stop making excuses. And if that made you cringe, that's okay. This isn't church. This is just a one Christian having a conversation with another Christian. And I'll hope that your friends are as real with you as I would want my friends to be with me. So let's keep watching.
As cheap as possible. And so we will be bringing it at some point to you at a discount. So you can have that opportunity to see it in theaters, which I know that some of you missed like episodes 1 through 3, and then you wanted to see 4 through 6, but you couldn't catch up on 1 through 3. So we will be offering that opportunity again. Keep checking local listings, and we will continue to give you those details. Now, when it does come to streaming, which again, I don't want to be too lighthearted about this, but it is soon. I know you hear that word in the show a lot. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be as soon as we possibly can. I promise to give you updates the moment we have them. We will be releasing it at a faster pace than we've normally done it in the past. So for example, last year we did 1 live stream per week, releasing it once per week in the app. This time we're going to be doing it twice a week. So we'll be releasing it twice a week in the Chosen app. And of course, every time we do a release, we do a big live stream where you can watch it with us. And we have this global event where everyone gets to watch it, discuss it together, and see it.
If you got a church, you got a voice, and maybe you don't got 1,000, 10,000 to invest in this, but you got a voice. That's worth more than $10,000. Like you can be help in this situation if you're an elder, and bring this up to your church and have people support this. I don't understand why we talk about the Super Bowl. I'm sure every church talked about the Super Bowl on Super Bowl Sunday. And I don't know how many pastors made jokes about Super Bowl church attendance. I had a great parking spot on Super Bowl Sunday. But even the church that pretended to kick a Bible and had people going crazy, which they didn't really kick a Bible. And I'm not familiar with what they do or don't teach, so miss me on that. But if we all talked about that, which has nothing to do with Jesus at all, it's just a sport. Some of the people there were Christians, and definitely there were people praying on both sides. But if we could all talk about that, we could talk about the Chosen. I feel like that's not a deal breaker. If you got a voice, you can make an investment in this situation. And believe me, I'm not trying to preach this like they're in dire need and they need to be helped. And a lot of people be like, well, the Lord's going to provide, I'm going to pray. That's good. And I think the Lord does provide. And the Lord does have a lot of times us do things as we're praying. We're not sitting there, again, crisscross applesauce waiting for things to fall in our lap. David went and killed Goliath. Jesus went into the desert and fasted. Jesus went to the garden and prayed. Jesus walked up to the man, spit in the dirt, rubbed it in his eyes, and healed his eyesight. There's a lot of movement in the Bible where we're moving by faith a lot. let's be aware of that, and let's see how we can move. And look, I'm challenging you guys to move, so I'm going to see what I can do as well. I don't have a huge voice at my church, but I definitely am going to bring it up, and I'm going to say, hey, can we mention this? And see what they say, and I'll let you guys know, and kind of see what the feedback is, because they mention stuff all the time. I don't understand why we couldn't just mention a little clip about The Chosen. And it looks like they're going to release it for churches to watch, so maybe our church will be a part of that as well. I'm gonna reach out and see. Let's finish up here.
At the same time, and so make sure if you don't have the Chosen app, that you get that now. You just look up The Chosen, and it's easy to find, and you get that app. That's where you will be able to watch it free. You will be able to join us in our live streams. We'll also be doing our live streams on social media, but that'll be twice per week. We will be accelerating the release strategy and the release plans so that you can be seeing it quicker to try to make up for this delay. We will also be offering the entire season at once if you want to do it that way. If you don't want to wait, if you just can't, like I just can't wait for that twice a week thing, on DVD, and there will be a paid streaming option. So if you're desperate to watch the whole thing at once, not wait at all, we will be providing you options to get.
I like Dallas's marketing. He's got everybody covered, and he's got something for everybody. I think that he's put together a really good team. I think if he didn't have the team he had, and believe me, they fumbled their way through this just like everybody else does. Even professionals are fumbling their way through it. He's at a point, though, this is a well-oiled machine, I can tell.
The entire season at once. And so stay tuned for that. Finally, Come and See. You've heard this. You've hopefully heard of that wonderful foundation and organization in the past. Come and See is the nonprofit whose mission statement includes getting The Chosen to the entire world totally free and to have it translated in hundreds of languages. They've been doing that recently, they've been doing that currently, and they're going to continue to do that in the future. That will continue to be the case. And if you have donated to Come and See, thank you. They wanted to make sure that I passed that along. And once we get past these legal matters.
Let's find out who Come and See is real quick. Let's go. Let's check this out. Get your popcorn ready. Season 4 is on the screen. You can play a supporting role in introducing the world to Jesus through The Chosen. And it looks like we got the CEO. Maybe we'll react to this another day. But just to kind of see it real quick, Come and See. We're on a mission to ensure that all 7 seasons of The Chosen are globally distributed, translated into 600 languages, and free for all. So it looks like he's teaming up with people. I mean, there's something in it for everybody. This is a good purpose. It's a good partnership. It's probably a good exchange, hopefully. And it looks like that you can make a donation. Look, if you want to give some Jeff Bezos cash, you can, I don't know. Maybe you win a lot on some crypto. But anyways, Come and See. That's the website. I'm going to go ahead and stop this reaction, and I'm going to go to my next reaction, see if we have any time. I want to show you guys a Christian that I found who I think is pretty cool.